Welcome back, people. It's your boy Vade, aka Pro Benchwoman. I'm bringing you the next two archetypes to review that have been data mined by XOF. As you can see right now, we have Geminis, and then the next one I'm going to be reviewing, also in this video, is Jurrac. So, Gemini monsters, from what I gather, really want to have these generic fusions to come out. It's just a Gemini monster plus a different attribute. No, not attribute, but like different, yeah, attribute, right? Or type? I forget. But like that's pretty much all it is, and then they come out and they have all these amazing abilities and so on and so forth. So the first one we see in the data mine is Gemini Master Diamond. Now I have to pull up the flavor text for all of these because they have a lot of words on them, but I believe I already have Master Diamond pulled up and a page of all of them, so hopefully we can get through this smoothly. Gemini Master Diamond requires 3 Gemini monsters to be fusion. It says first must be fusion summon. This card gains 100 attack for each Gemini monster in your graveyard. Once per turn, you can banish one level 7 or lower Gemini fusion monster from your graveyard. Until the end phase, this card becomes that monster's this card's name becomes that monster's and replaces this effect with that monster's original effect. So it kind of just duplicates the other Gemini monsters in your graveyard, but it duplicates the fusion monsters. Sorry about that. And you're just banishing a fusion monster from the grave, so you had to have already summoned a lot of fusion monsters. I don't know if that's going to be that good, especially needing 3 Gemini monsters. That's a lot just to get out one monster who just copies effects of fusion monsters in your graveyard. So if you don't have any other fusion monsters in your graveyard, I mean, it might not be that worth it. So let's go into the next one, shall we? The next one is Gemini Prisma Aura. Let me pull up your text, but as you can see what I meant by generic, it says 1 Gemini monster plus 1 thunder type monster. That's all you need. Like, it's not like specific to specific cards. No, it's just Gemini monster plus fill this roll up, and that's it. Let me pull you up so I can read your text. There you go. Must be fusion summon. I believe that's going to be on every one of those, so I'm just going to skip over that. Once per turn, you can send 1 Gemini monster card from your hand to the graveyard to target 1 face-up card on the field and destroy that target. So it's just spot removal. Well, it's targeting removal. And for 2450 body with really weak defenses, I believe this is at a level 7. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's alright, I guess. I don't know how I feel about it, but I like the fact that it's just a Gemini monster plus thunder type monster, so you can run things like Thunder Dragon, which are thunder type monsters, and thin your deck out and then fusion them to get Gemini Prisma Aura. That's pretty, sorry about that, that's pretty cool. Then we got Gemini Arafa Night. I know this card simply because it's spammed in actual decks in the TCG, because you get an extra normal summon off. Like, I don't even need to read it off. It's Gemini monster plus a light type monster. It must be fusion summoned by the above fusion materials. During your main phase, you get an extra normal summon, or no, extra normal set, or like that. That's what it is. It's a 2300 body that gets you an extra normal summon. Most likely you're getting this out and you haven't even used your normal summon up, and you can go into amazing pluses and stuff like that. I saw like some deck profile that just runs the Gemini engine with Brilliant Fusion to get Gemini Arafa Night out, to get 2 normal summons out, and then you can go into like crazy links. I believe you can go before getting Arafa Night out, you can go Gofu, get tokens out, get Link Spider, go Mrs. Radiant, go Decode Talker, and then use Brilliant Fusion, Gemini Arafa Night, get it. Like, I'm talking out of my ass, but like, I believe it's like some combo of that gets into an insane board, and he's just running Brilliant Fusion, 1 copy of a Gemini in the deck, and then a light type monster, and with like Light Swarms and stuff like that, or other just light monsters that have really good effects once they're in the graveyard. One example is AD Changer. AD Changer is a light warrior that when it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to change the position of a monster on the field. So you can use a Gemini monster and AD Changer to get this thing out, and then use AD Changer to change one of your opponent's monsters on the field. It's not considered like an actual changing of positions. So you can actually get yourself out of floodgates with AD Changer. That's what I'm trying to say, and you can still attack. So Gemini Arafa Night is actually really good. If we can get decks that move that fast as they do in the TCG, that'd be amazing. But I don't think we have Brilliant Fusion in this box. If we did have Brilliant Fusion or Gemini Fusion, we can actually get that combo popping, but for right now we don't have it, so it would rely on polymerization, and that's kind of lame. Next we have Gemini Garnet. This is the one card in the TCG that people run at probably 1 or 2. You don't want to draw into it, you want it to be in the deck, but for us, since we don't have those cards, we probably want to draw into it. The 4-star 1900 rare, so there goes that power creep like crazy. 0 defense, but you know, whatever, it's the Gemini monster today. We want to fusion off anyway. So Gemini warrior, but I'm not even gonna read that. Let's go into the next card. It's Gemini Amber. This is a thunder effect monster. It's a Gemini monster, and let me read its Gemini effect, because the rest of the stuff above it is just what's on every Gemini card. It's like, oh, this is treated as a normal monster, and then you can Gemini summon it to get this effect, and then the actual effect. Let me pull you up. Gemini Amber, there you go. Your effect reads, once per turn you can send 1 Gemini card from your hand to the graveyard, target 1 of your banished monsters, add that target back to your hand. I guess that's okay if the deck actually banished cards. Maybe it has a fusion card that banishes cards. Maybe you could use this with Fusion Gate and then summon this, and then like normal summon it and add those cards that you used to fusion back to the hand, so you can fusion again with Fusion Gate. I guess that's pretty cool, but 1600 body, you have to protect it in order to get it done, and then Geminis are already slow. You have to Gemini summon this to, yeah, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. Gemini Emerald Rock effect. Let me pull up your card in case I don't know the full. There you go. So I can give you guys the full read. It's an 1800 body, nice 4-star. You can banish this faced up card you control and 1 faced up normal monster you control to target 1 Gemini Fusion monster in your graveyard, special summon it from the graveyard. Whoa, that's actually pretty cool. You can fusion summon, and then if that thing goes to the graveyard, you can target this and a normal monster you control. Okay, you have to control the normal monster. That's a lot of work. Maybe double summon can work in this deck, I'm not sure, but that's pretty cool. The special summon a fusion monster from the graveyard. The only deck that I know that does that is if you're running Ojama Country, you can special summon those fusion monsters from the graveyard. But speaking in any other deck, once that fusion monster goes to the graveyard, it's done for. Gemini Ruby, it needs Gemini Garnet and 1 Gemini monster. Of course, Gemini Garnet is a pyro monster, which is why it needs Gemini Garnet and 1 other Gemini monster, which is pretty cool. Must be fusion summoned by the above fusion materials. That's gonna be on every one of the Gemini fusion monsters. Let me pull up Ruby. I just scrolled past you. There you go. Let me read this effect. I believe this is the one that, yeah, you contribute 1 face-up gem monster. This card gains attack equal to the tributed monster's attack on the field until the end phase. When this card attacks a defense position monster, you inflict piercing. So 2500 attack, being able to take up the attack of one of those other cards, like what is the other fusion monster we have that does that thing? Terra Firma. There you go, Terra Firma. That's pretty cool. Weak defense, pretty okay attack, and then you can just gain attack and then pierce with it. That's pretty cool. Gemini Topaz. It needs Gemini Tourmaline because Tourmaline is a thunder and 1 Gemini monster. Let's bring up the rest of this. Gemini Topaz is right under Ruby on this list. Thank God. Let's see what your effect is. This card can attack twice during the battle phase. I mean, 1800 attack body for a 6-star is not that great, but okay. When this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of the destroyed monster in the graveyard. Okay, that's pretty cool. You can attack twice and potentially do a lot of damage if they don't have anything higher than the 1800 attack monster on the field. That's pretty cool. I think Gemini Topaz is a pretty good card for Geminites if you're running that. Then you got Gemini Citrine. You need a Gemini monster and a Pyro type monster. So it's literally any Pyro type monster. So that's pretty cool. Gemini Citrine. You're higher on the list, aren't you? For the Citrine. Yep. 2200 attack, 1950 defense. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good for a 7-star. I don't think that's pretty good for a 7-star. Now that I think about it. Now that I read that. If this card attacks or is attacked, your opponent cannot activate. Oh, so it's just a ancient gear. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. That's pretty cool. It's just an ancient gear, but it's weak stats. So this one's another one that I think that would be pretty good in a Gemini deck. Gemini Tourmaline, of course, it's needed for which card? For Topaz. So if you're running Topaz, you need Tourmaline. Gemini Sardonyx, this card is treated as a normal. Oh, it's another Gemini. So let's look it up and let's see what its Gemini effect is. Maybe it's something along the line of gathering a fusion, because so far I see like you able to use all these cards, but nothing about getting the fusion card, like a poly. This card destroys a monster, opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard. You can add one Gemini card from your deck to your hand. 1800 attack is pretty good to do that, but once again, where are we getting these polymerizations from? Please, Gemini Lazuli. This card is sent to the graveyard by card effect. You can target one normal monster in your graveyard and add that target to your hand. Okay, that's cool. You recycle your uses of Garnet and all those other cards to get the fusions out. That's cool, but once again, where's my polys coming from? Gemini Crystal. Okay, you're just a normal monster. Particle Fusion. Here we go. Here's a fusion card. Send from your side of the field to the graveyard. Ooh, from the field. The fusion material monsters that are listed on a Gemini Fusion monster. Sorry about that. Then special summon the fusion monster from your extra deck. This is treated as a fusion summon. Okay. What is this? Is this on here? Nope. Particle Fusion is not on this list. So let's look it up, shall we? Yeah, wait, why is it not on this list? Is it not a Gemini card? Okay, let's look up Particle Fusion. Sorry for not having this pulled up before. There's way too many cards in this data mine for me to like have all of this like ready. But I was interested in making this video. I think that I'm having fun reading this stuff and determining whether or not it's good or not. So let's read the rest of them. This card is treated as a fusion summon. When you do, banish this card from your graveyard. Target one Gemini Fusion material monster used for a fusion summon. The fusion summon monster gains that monster's attack until the end phase. Okay, so you banish this card from the graveyard. So you can't just find a way to shuffle this back into the deck. You have to have the monsters on the field in order to use this, and it gains a boost until the end phase. I mean, I guess that's okay, but I don't think that's that great. Pyroxene Fusion. Let's look this up. I think I'm butchering that name like crazy. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that. Send from your hand or your side of the field to the graveyard the fusion material monsters that are listed on a Gemini Fusion card, then special summon that fusion monster from the extra deck and is treated as a fusion summon. Okay, that's pretty cool, because then you can just summon a monster and then Pyroxene Fusion, set it, and then on your opponent's turn special summon the fusion monster. I don't know if I'd run it. I mean, I think in Duel Links you'd have to run this because it's the fastest way to fusion summon a Gemini monster without two monsters and polymerization, because apparently there's no monster that fishes out the poly from the deck. You have to rely on these fusions. Okay, that's cool. I wish once again we had Gemini Fusion or Brilliant Fusion, because that would be amazing, but apparently we don't have that. So Fragment Fusion. Fragment Fusion. I believe I can see this right here. Banish from your graveyard the fusion material monsters listed on a Gemini monster card, then special summon that monster from your extra deck. Destroy it during the end phase. If it did not say destroy it from the end phase, you could find ways to just send the Gemini monsters from the deck to the graveyard and use this to just special summon the monster on the field. But hey, we have to destroy it. That's bad. That is real bad. Okay. Oh, well, that's it for Geminis. We gotta go into the next archetype that we have. And for those people who said that they want Rex players to play more dinosaurs, we got more dinosaurs in terms of Jurrac. First dinosaur that we see is Jurrac Titano, that says it cannot be special summoned, cannot be targeted by traps or monster effects. That's actually really good. I wish it could be special summoned though, but cannot be targeted by traps or monster effects is pretty cool. I said you can still be floodgated because it's not a targeting trap. Once per turn, you can banish one Jurrac monster with 1700 or less attack from the graveyard. This card gains 1000 attack till the end phase. I guess that's okay. I actually don't think that's okay, because you're I don't know, maybe, I don't know. It's a really nice beater. It's 3300 with the field spell. That's pretty good. Next card we have is Jurrac. I'm not even pronouncing that. This is 1700 Dino, Fire Dino. There you go. So that works with Titano. It says when this card is destroyed by your opponent, this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon one Jurrac monster with 1700 or less attack from the deck, but it cannot destroy. It cannot declare an attack. Okay, so why run this over Hydrogeddon? Like, okay, so this is 2000 with the field spell. An attack, destroy a monster, and then summon another one of itself, and then it can attack. Whereas Hydrogeddon can attack, it's 1900 with the field spell, destroy a monster, summon a Hydrogeddon, destroy another monster, summon another Hydrogeddon, and attack the face. I don't know. I think Hydrogeddon is way better than this, but this works with the other big boy, the Titano, because then you could tribute summon this off and then banish it from the graveyard to gain like 1000 attack or 2000 attack or something like that, and then attack for game. I guess that's okay. And then you build your field presence, but I guess that's fine. I'm really trying to find ways to like use this. Next one is Jurrac Iguanodon, another 1700 dinosaur. When this card destroys an opponent monster by battle, you can select one set card your opponent controls and return it to the hand. They're just going to use it next turn. I don't like this bouncing, because they're just going to use it next turn. If it was like send them out, if this is summon and then send a set card back to the hand and then destroy a card, that's pretty cool. But like the fact that you have to destroy a card and then you can bounce a set card is kind of meh. It's kind of very meh. Jurrac, it's another Jurrac. It's another Dino. It's a 2-star. This card is destroyed by battle. Special summon 2 Jurrac tokens, and they cannot be tributed for anything other than a Jurrac card, Jurrac monster. So this can be set, destroyed, and then you get the big boy out real quick. That's cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. These cards that are summoning tokens are actually really dope. Jurrac Terra. When this card is attacked, return the attacking monster to the hand after damage calculation, and this card gains defense equal to the returned monster's level by 100. So you set this, which with the field spell, I believe they gain 300 defense too, so that would be 1800 defense. When it gets attacked, the monster just gets bounced back to the hand, and this gains defense. But does it get destroyed before it gains defense? Because what if I attack this with a 1900 monster? Does it gain the probably 400 defense and then stay on the field, or does it get destroyed? But it bounces, so that's pretty cool. You probably don't want to attack into face downs in a Rex deck anymore. That's pretty cool. And we got Jurrac Hera. Whoa, 6-star, 2300 attack dinosaur. When in defense position, Jurrac monster you control, except Jurrac Hera. Let me really pull up the rest just in case. I really need the rest of the stuff to be read. Let's see, where are you? Jurrac Hera, there you go. Let me read it over here. When in defense position, Jurrac monster you control, except Jurrac Hera, is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand or the graveyard. Oh, okay. So what I see happening is you let this die, or you let Jurrac Sardonyx, whatever, die. It special summons tokens. It gets sent to the graveyard. This thing can special summon itself from the hand or the graveyard during that turn, I believe. And that, because it doesn't say accept the damage step. Then next turn you could summon the big boy Titano, and you have Titano on the field and Hera on the field. The Hera being 2600 with the field spell, the other one being 3300 with the field spell. Dude, that's actually pretty good. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking things. Maybe that's actually pretty good. It would be a Rex deck playing all dinos, not the Lockdown, Sergeant Electro, and like Friends. Sergeant Electro and Dino Friends featuring Spear Karibo, like Dino that has been all the time. It can actually be full dinos. I think that's pretty cool. And I believe we have Jurrac cards already in the game, and I believe Rex already has a level up Jurrac card, so we can run Jurrac decks. I'm interested in that. That's a deck I actually wanna build. Finally, we get one of these videos where the second archetype that I show off isn't just completely Terra bad, but maybe you guys feel a different way. Leave a comment in the comment section if you believe that Jurracs are good or bad. Please tell me, because I don't know fully about all of these decks, and I would like to learn alongside you guys. And the best way for me to learn it is if someone else tells me, hey, you know what, you can try this out, or hey, that's not that good and here's the reason why. So please, if that's what you want to do, do that.